Everybody, welcome back to the Sunnydale Review. I'm Brian.
I'm Jillian.
Jillian, we are back covering
We
Angel.
are.
In case
Yep.
people are confused, we're not bouncing back and forth. This is straight through season 1 of Angel.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully people are liking that by now, because we're filming this on the same day, so we don't know how people are going to react.
I mean, I hope people like it.
Yeah, I don't think... I truly feel if you're a Buffy fan, you're probably an Angel fan. I doubt there's very many people who are just one or the other. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a pretty safe way of going about it.
Yeah, except I do have a friend from college who loves Angel, refuses to watch Buffy. And
That's so ridiculous.
I've literally been having this argument with him since like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 years. And he talks about how he loves the loves the character of Angel, loves the character of Spike. I'm like, there's so much more of them in Buffy. I don't understand.
I feel like when I found out Angel and Buffy were the same universe, I was like, oh my god, this is the best. There's 2 shows of this fun universe I really like. This is amazing. So I couldn't imagine being like, wait, there's a whole nother 7 seasons of this universe I like and just not watching it. It's ridiculous to me.
I cannot. I've been having this argument with him for 8 years. I still cannot explain why he won't watch Buffy. I just don't understand.
To Jill's friend, just watch Buffy. It's really good. You'll like it. I promise. All right, so what are we covering today specifically?
All right, so today we are covering season 1, episodes 3 and 4, which are In the Dark, which is a super fun episode for most of it anyway. And I Fall to Pieces, which gives me the absolute heebie-jeebies, and I'm going to be cringing very hard reading through the notes for that episode.
Going in the lead up, you're like, oh god, I have to cover this episode. I hate this.
Well, it's literally been breaking up in our schedule. Breaking up who's doing notes for what and being like, oh no, I have to watch that episode to take notes on it. And then going to last weekend where I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to take notes for that episode. Oh crap, I'm having to watch this episode. And then it's recording today. Oh no, I'm gonna have to talk about this episode. So I'm very excited to be done with it and move on, because it is absolutely one of those episodes that when I am binging the series, I skip. And Brian, for the love of God, please make sure this is recording correctly, because I do not want to have to re-record this.
As far as I know, it is. Everything looks good on my end.
About this episode ever again.
That's fair.
Okay, but yeah, let's get into this so that we can move past it. And okay. Yeah, but first we get to talk about In the Dark, which is a super fun episode. Originally aired October 19th, 1999, written by Douglas Petrie and directed by Bruce Seth Green. So this is actually a crossover episode with Buffy's season 4, episode 3, Harsh Light of Day. They actually aired back to back on the same night, which I think is so much fun. And just imagining what it must have been like to be a fan and being able to watch this back to back.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool. So let's see. Episode opens with Angel saving a blonde girl from her abusive boyfriend in an alley. The girl says she can't believe Angel actually showed up, and he responds, well, that was the deal, right? Did they arrange for Angel to show up to witness her boyfriend trying to murder her? What's the next step there?
Yeah.
And he knocks him out, and then they just leave him unconscious in the alleyway? Why?
I'll teach him,
I guess? I don't know. But, so we start, seeing the scene looking down from a nearby rooftop, and there is Spike, who is adding his own voiceover, and it is absolutely the best part of this episode, and I love it so much. So it's looking down from Spike's perspective, and you see, Rachel, who's the blonde girl, and Angel. And so Spike is acting as Angel, or as Rachel. Sorry, I have this entire monologue in my notes because I just love it so much.
Go for it.
Actually, do you want to play this I'll be Rachel and you can be Angel?
Sure.
That would be fun.
Try to remember the kind of voice he did for Angel. Try to get the full.
It's just deep and dumb.
So this is all Spike.
Yeah, this is all
doing
Spike saying
voices.
this. Doing the voiceover for Angel and Rachel, who he's watching from above.
Mm-hmm.
So it's how can I thank you, you mysterious black clad hunk of a night thing?
No need, little lady. Your tears of gratitude are enough for me. You see, I was once a badass vampire, but love and a pesky curse defanged me, and now I'm just a big fluffy puppy with bad teeth. And stage
Um,
direction, Rachel's about to touch Angel's hair. No, not the hair. Never the hair.
but there must be some way I can show my appreciation.
No, helping those in need's my job, and working up a load of sexual tension and prancing away like a magnificent poof is truly thanks enough.
I understand. I have a nephew who's gay, so
I just, say no more. Evil's afoot, and I'm almost out of that Nancy Boy hair gel I like so much. Quickly to the Angel Mobile, away. Oh man.
oh my god,
So
I
yeah,
love
Spike
Spike.
is so good. This
Oh. And then Spike says something to the effect of like, big bad Spike's in town, you don't know
mm-hmm.
what's coming, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
In general Spike fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Um so let's see. We see Oz arrive in LA and visit the Angel Investigation Office. Cordelia is super excited to see him for about 15 seconds, and then they completely run out of things to say.
Yeah, I mean they're friends for sure, but they're friends through everyone else. They're not like
yeah,
individual friends.
yeah.
I'm sure they both
It's
like
people
each
like,
other fine. They just don't have much to talk about.
yeah. Well, and I mean, Oz isn't exactly a guy of many words to begin with.
That's true.
Um, so Cordelia just keeps going like, "Hey, it's Oz," and Doyle's like, "Okay, this is the seventh time you've said it. I get it. You're Oz." Moving on.
Oh man.
Oh my god. And then Cordelia's like, "Tell me about everything. Like, how's Sunnydale? Good. How's the gang? Same. Okay. Good talk." Oh my god. But Doyle and Cordelia bring Oz to see Angel. Oz hands over the gem of Amara, the one Buffy took from Spike in the previous crossover episode Harsh Light of Day.
Mm.
Doyle and Angel immediately know what it is. Cordelia is the audience insert character who triggers the exposition.
Mm.
For anybody who hadn't watched the Buffy episode, they basically explain that the gem of Amara will render a vampire unkillable. Stakes, fire, even sunlight won't be able to kill a vampire if they have the ring on. Doyle is super excited for Angel to have it and wear it. Angel's not so sure. He seems disappointed that Buffy sent Oz to give him the ring instead of coming herself.
Yeah. I mean, it's too soon after they
Yeah.
broke up for Buffy to come out there. It's understandable.
Yeah. Let's see. Cordelia, Doyle, and Oz head out for some food and a drink. We see Angel head into the sewers to hide the ring. The next day, Angel receives a call from the blonde girl he rescued earlier in the episode. Apparently, her boyfriend that threatened to kill her with a gun got let out of jail on a technicality. Maybe due to the fact that he was just left unconscious in the alleyway?
Oh, that was perfect police work. I don't know what you're talking about. I was by the
No
book.
witnesses.
Yeah.
Just unconscious guy laying in an alley with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Angel says he'll be right there, then heads to his car to head out into the daylight. Yeah, okay.
Whew, yeah, not great. Cool car.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting in his car, Angel is attacked by Spike, who's looking for the gem of Amara. The two trade punches and witty insults at each other. This is already more engaging and entertaining than anything we've seen in the show so far, and we're only 12 minutes in. I'm sorry, I really don't like the beginning of Angel. It's just, yeah. Cordelia and Doyle burst in for some reason, and Spike tells Cordy that she looks great, then makes a stereotypical villain remark of "this isn't over until one of us is a pile of dust," and runs off.
Oh man.
Angel goes to the blonde girl's apartment, where he plays relationship therapist. It's really not important. Meanwhile, Cordy and Doyle are hiding out at Doyle's place, and Cordelia is expositioning to fill Doyle and the audience in on the fact that Spike is dangerous.
Mm.
She brings up like Um, oh, and one time, like, there was this whole thing about uh, a bad guy who was burning people from the inside out, and it all started with a box with an arm in it, and yeah, it's just funny. Um, let's see. Angel uses some of Doyle's underground contacts to track Spike down. There's a montage of him going from place to place on a bit of a scavenger hunt, finally tracking Spike down. Spike leads Angel into a trap where, like, there's this guy with a chain that captures Angel.
Mm.
Uh, turns out Spike has hired the services of a vampire torturer named Marcus to torture
Mm.
Angel.
Yeah,
Marcus
he's a
makes a couple.
vampire. He's a torturer who tortures vampires. It's a lot of levels there for vampire
Yeah,
torture.
yeah. Uh, Marcus makes a couple of statements basically saying that he can sense Angel's soul and can tell when Angel is lying. He asks Angel what he wants. Angel doesn't answer the question, so Marcus starts torturing him by throwing spears through his body.
Mm.
Angel can deal with this, but Spike also hurting him with some news from Sunnydale. Buffy got a new beau. He used her for sex and then dumped her immediately after, which we know Spike knows about from back in the Buffy episode before this.
Mm.
Um, Spike gets bored and heads out, leaving Marcus to continue torturing Angel. Spike heads to Angel's apartment, where he runs into Cordelia and Doyle, who have come looking for Angel. He offers to trade Angel for the ring if Cordy and Doyle can find it.
So yeah,
Uh,
kind of puts them in a spot here.
yeah.
You don't want Spike to have the ring, obviously, but you do want Angel to live. So
Yeah. Cordy and Doyle find the ring and trade it to Spike for Angel. Spike tries to double cross them, but Cordy and Doyle have a backup plan, namely Oz and his van smashing through the building to pick them up. So yay,
awesome.
Oz!
Yeah, love it.
Oz's van has been used for a lot of situations like this.
Oh yeah, it's super helpful.
Well, considering that I don't think any of the other Scoobies can drive or have cars,
Also a good point.
except for Giles, obviously. But
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
His little car.
Let's see. Cordy and Doyle grab Angel, and they all escape in Oz's van. As soon as they're gone, Spike realizes he's been double-crossed by Marcus, who has taken the ring.
You
Spike,
just
bad
can't
guy.
trust bad guys, right?
No, no. Well, because even Angel said this to Spike earlier in the episode. He's like, what do you, if I give you the ring, like, what's gonna stop Marcus from taking it?
Mm.
And Spike's like, do you think I'm stupid? I obviously found a vampire who has no interest in the ring. It's like, yes, because he
Spike.
couldn't lie. Oh, but let's see. Spike, bad guy, monologues to himself and accidentally ends up setting his own head on fire due to the bullet holes Marcus left in the ceiling to torture Angel with daylight. Spike really has bad luck with his whole bad guy monologuing in like the season 4 timeline of Buffy. It just doesn't end well for him
Mm.
pretty much ever, except for like earlier in this episode.
Right.
But generally, where it counts, it just comes back to bite him.
Mm.
In the van, Angel tells the gang they need to go back because Marcus has a thing for hurting children, and now he's been let loose into the daylight. They manage to somehow track him down to a pier, and Oz hits him with the van. The gang has to resort to letting Angel run out into the sunlight, setting himself on fire to tackle Marcus over like the railing on the pier into the water. They fight in the shade under the pier. Angel rips the ring off of Marcus's finger. Marcus gets dusted, and Angel finally puts the ring on so he can walk out from under the pier into the sun.
Mm.
Oz makes a joke about Angel being incredibly pale, which is ironic since it's Oz.
Right.
It's like that would be like me making that joke. The gang give Angel a minute to enjoy being out in the sun. The episode ends with Angel and Doyle sitting on a rooftop watching the sunset. Angel says it's been 200 years, give or take, since he's seen a sunset. Angel says he's not going to wear the ring anymore. He thinks that he needs to stay in the night to protect people from the things that prey on people after dark. He's afraid that using the ring and getting to live life like a normal person will cause him to lose sight of his mission and the reason that he was brought back. He then smashes the ring.
Makes sense. I mean, can't take the easy way out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel's that type of guy. He'll never take the easy way out.
I mean, I still think he could have just like kept it in a safe somewhere, just like in case of emergency. Um,
Yeah, you would think. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty good to get out of jail free card for him.
I mean,
Can't die.
look at it like a tool. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like,
yeah.
not something you need to carry on you every day, but
Mm,
certain situations come up, it might be a little bit handy.
absolutely.
But yeah, I get that he thinks it's like a cheat, and he's
Mm,
like, if I'm able to live in the day and be like a normal person, I'm gonna lose sight of, my whole redemption mission
mm,
thingy to protect people from the nighttime or whatever.
right.
But yeah.
So, Watch Pass, and what is your rating?
I'll give this one a watch just because I love Spike and Oz. And I give it like a 7.
I give this an 8 because of Spike and Oz. Loved seeing them both in this. They both are great. Oz in his small part, and then Spike in his much bigger part. I like it. All right, Jill, your favorite episode. Last episode of this podcast episode.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Season 1, episode 4, I Fall to Pieces, originally aired October 26th, 1999, so this would have been like their kind of like Halloween episode, except for the fact that
Mm,
they had that supernatural element like all the time.
yeah,
Um,
right.
so this one was weird. Like I get my written by and directed by from Wikipedia. So for some reason on this one, they had story by Joss Whedon and David Greenwalt and teleplay by David Greenwalt,
Mm-hmm.
and then directed by Vern Gilliam.
Interesting.
It blows my mind that Joss and David wrote this episode, and it is as horrible as it is. I don't understand it.
I mean, yeah. All right, let's as quickly as we can go through this. There's one person
Okay.
out there who's like, "What?
Um,
This is my favorite episode. How dare they skim over it?"
okay, personal opinion of just
Mm,
me. I don't like this episode. Yeah. So let's see. Cordelia and Doyle are having a conversation about how their business is supposed to stay afloat if Angel won't charge for saving people. I have a question of how was he paying for the office space and the basement apartment before they opened the business?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Where does Angel get his money?
I don't have any idea.
I don't know. Doyle gets a vision of a lady in an office building named Melissa. Angel takes off to go find her and save her. At the office, we meet Melissa, who seems less than enthused by having received a gift of flowers from a guy named Ronald.
Mm,
Angel approaches Melissa in the parking lot. He's managed to master his salesmanship skills a little bit more. He manages to give her his card and tells her to call the number if she needs help. At an ATM later, Melissa tries to take some money out of her account, but her PIN isn't being accepted. We get to meet a guy named Ronald, who is essentially her stalker, who has changed her PIN number somehow.
all right.
Um, yeah. Melissa calls Angel for help. Angel Investigations agrees to take on her case. Angel goes to Kate, who's the police officer we met back in episode 2.
Mm,
Um, he goes to her for help. She says that Melissa filed a police report 2 months ago. Ronald has no history of physical violence, and that his lawyers are, surprise, surprise, Wolfram and Hart.
of course.
Kate offers to put a police officer on Melissa's apartment building for a few days to protect her. That night, the police officer comes across someone snooping outside Melissa's building. The man doesn't have any hands because they're inside molesting Melissa while she's sleeping.
Terrible.
Uh,
Yeah.
Melissa screams. The police officer runs inside. He gets attacked and killed by the severed hands. Melissa runs out. Angel's there to protect her. Um, the gang bring Melissa back to Angel's apartment to protect her. Ronald breaks in without an issue. Melissa finally stands up to him, and out of nowhere, she finally stands up to him, which is completely out of nowhere because she's just been like this scared, meek girl for the entire like 85% of the episode, and then all of a sudden she
Right.
just like stands up to him. Um, Angel knocks Ronald's head off, and Melissa pays the gang as a thank you for their
Mm,
services. Basically, the idea with Ronald is that he can break himself down into pieces, um, and then is using like the fact that he can just like have his eyeball float in the air to go and spy on her, and he can send his hands in to do weird things to her, and there's a lot of uh, questions around that of just bad. It's just bad. It's
But
just
it's
gross
okay
and
because
bad and weird,
they
and I
cut
don't
him
like
up
it.
and bury him separately all around the city, so he can't
Yeah,
be back together.
yeah, because that works so well with the judge.
Well, well,
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
I
I'm
don't think
just
this guy's
saying.
gonna have a cult to bring him back. You know.
Wolfram and Hart. He has hired Wolfram and Hart.
I mean, it's fair.
They are a full service law firm. I don't know if that includes tracking down boxes with your body parts in it and reassembling you, but
Probably
it
does.
would not surprise me if it did.
Oh man, it's all right. Watch Pass. What is your rating? I think I have an idea of Watch or Pass.
Oh, pass, for sure.
Right.
Pass it to Canada. Get it away from me. I give it a 2. I don't like this episode. I want it to go away.
I give it a
I think
5. I mean, it's not good. It's creepy. I don't like the rapey vibes the bad guy gives off.
yeah.
Whew, it's tough. And I do remember thinking, like, man, that is crazy. They cut him up into pieces, and now he's like alive, but all separated. But you know what? Good. It's what he deserves.
Like they couldn't have like lit him on fire too. Like
Now this is worse. I feel like for him, right?
I mean, I guess for like long-term
Yeah,
pain or something. I don't know, but it's just weird. And yeah, no, I don't like
definitely
it.
is. All right. Well, those are the 2 episodes for this week. Jill,
Oh.
anything you want to promote before we get on out of here?
Uh, sure. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, you can. I'm at Jillian_Swan, and that's Swan with 2 N's. Shoot me a tweet or a DM or whatever. If you hate this episode as much as I do,
Let Jill
shoot me
know.
a tweet on Twitter.
Join the fan club, the anti-fan club of Five Out of Pieces. Oh man. You can follow me on Twitter at @theFakeBMar, that's BMARR. You can follow the channel on Twitter at WGEverything and Instagram at WickedGoodEverything, on Twitch at twitch.tv/WickedEverything. Follow us on Byte. Search Wicked. I don't really know how Byte works. Search Wicked Good Everything. And
First I'm hearing of it.
yeah, we will see you in the next one. The Sunnydale Review is a Wicked Good Everything production. Fan art of Buffy was created by Fishbone Art. The logo was created by Tamar Kutab. The original intro and outro song was created by Alex Carl.